And as you can see, I'm getting ready for an evening out. I'm not really going anywhere special, but for me, I have to do something New Year's Eve. I was meant to go down to London, but the hassle of like having to plan it all, travel down there. But anyway, let's get on with the video, because I'm sure some of you will be able to relate to this. And anyone that joins me on the live stream, feel free to leave your comments, feel free to share this with other people. So what I want to talk about is putting yourself in a position to receive. So every single one of my subscribers will know that I'm really big on the idea of law of attraction. I'm really big on the idea of developing personal development, having confidence, and also taking opportunities. Now, for many people, and there's a lot of reasons that I'm going to go through today, for many people, they hold themselves back and they don't receive the things that are open to them. You know, we're all open to abundance. We're all have the same chance of getting the opportunities that we want to get. The first thing is you need to know, first of all, what it is that you want out of life and what you're willing to do to get it. So that can be your tagline for the 2022. You need to be clear on what it is that you want. None of this being wishy-washy or I don't know what it is that I want, I'm not sure. Because if you don't know, how's the universe going to deliver it to you? If you don't know how the opportunity is going to come to you, the way that people find out what it is that we want and the way that we get things is sometimes by us sharing them with other people. I'm someone that constantly talks about my plans. I know that people have this thing where they say you shouldn't talk about what you're doing, keep it quiet and whatever, but there's no reason for me to, because I'm confident in that I'm going to achieve it. I don't believe in this idea that it's not going to happen, so why not share it? And through me sharing the things that I want and some of my goals, opportunities have come along because people have seen what I've shared and then they've come forward and said, oh, I know a person that can help you with this. So know what you want, but the second bit is know what you're willing to do to get it. This is so crucial. If you're someone that wants something and it hasn't happened in your life, there's a reason, and a lot of times it's down to you. We can all say that, you know, because of the weather, because of the government, because we don't have money, because of this, because of COVID, because of lots of other reasons. Yes, those things are in the way, but those things are just obstacles. If you truly 100% are determined to get something, nothing's going to stop you. You have to have that sort of determination. And what you'll need to do is review how much have you sacrificed. How much TV could you stop watching? How much earlier could you get up? You know, how many emails could you send? How many people could you reach out to on Facebook? How much, if you've got a business idea in mind, how much time could you dedicate to doing it, to making business plans, to putting together plans for your business? So you need to think about, it's not about beating yourself up, but you do need to take responsibility and accountability. As a business owner myself, I know that there's times where I haven't wanted to sit there and be spending ages planning sessions for clients. I do enjoy what I do, so actually I do enjoy it. But there's times on a Sunday, maybe I'm planning the week, or there's times where I'm feeling tired and I think, you know, I don't want to see someone today, but because I love what I do, but also because I know that it takes a lot of hard work, you have to do it. So these are 7 things, and I'm not going to go into all of them in depth, that can either help or hinder you when it comes to putting yourself in a position to receive. So I'm not going to put a deadline on the time with this. I'm just going to go through these for you. The first thing that can hinder or help you being in a position to receive is who you're in a relationship with. Now, as a counsellor and a coach, a lot of people come to see me about relationships, whether couples or individuals. And the key thing you have to think about is, if you're going to invite someone into your life, it's a privilege. It's not like they have to earn the right to be in your life. And what I mean by that is, if someone is coming into your life and they're disrupting you emotionally, they're disrupting you physically, they are bankrupting you financially, why should they continue to be there? You know, why do they deserve for you to just keep giving them chances? If you are someone that wants to put yourself in a position this year, in 2022, to get what you want, you need to have an evaluation of your relationships. And that doesn't always just mean with your partner. The people who are in your life, what are they doing? Are they draining your bank balance? Are they draining you emotionally? Every time you speak to them, are they causing you to feel down? You know, there's people I used to speak to, and I'd have a conversation and I'd put the phone down, and it would feel, I'd have a headache, and I'd feel like heavy, and my mood had gone from being really high and really excited to just, it was like a balloon had been burst. And so I made a decision to either limit my conversations with that person, or to just, you know, not really engage in that way, maybe text instead. So think about the people that you are in relationships with, and are they helping or hindering you to get where you want to get to? The second one is how you manage your money. Now, this is, I could do videos on all of these separately, but I just want to briefly touch on this. If you, opportunities are always out there. You can, there's abundances there. We're never going to be in a situation where there is no money, where there's no food, where there's no homes, where there's everything is there. We might not have access to it, but we can't then start to say, oh, the food's going to run out, the money's going to run out. If I take too much money, then there's not going to be enough for someone else. It doesn't balance out like that. There's an abundance of money. So what you have to think about is, if you want to achieve some of the goals that you've been saying you want to achieve, you need to get ready and manage your money. You need to sit down and be honest with yourself. How much shopping are you doing online? How much money are you putting away in the savings account? How much things are you just buying for the sake of it when you're not really consciously thinking about what you're buying? I've got into a habit now where before I make a purchase, I think about where's the money coming from. If the money isn't already there for it, and what I mean by that is allocated money towards something, I'll say, right, I need to do this or I need to do that, and then I'll buy it. So I'm not just saying, right, I want that, I want that, I want new shoes, I want a new coat, I want this, I'm just going to buy it. Because sometimes we get into that habit. Just because the money's in the bank, it doesn't mean you have to clear your bank account buying all the things you want. To get the things you really want, you need to see the bigger picture. So I would say to people, some of my dreams, which are involving spending time abroad, which involve, you know, maybe doing retreats, maybe opening a counselling centre at some point, which is completely free, they're going to take money. So when I sort of think about the dreams and the goals I have, I think instead of buying a new pair of shoes or a new handbag, that money can go towards my longer term dreams. So the other thing is how you spend your time. This is another one that I could go on about, but I'm just going to keep it brief. Evaluate how you spend your time. We all have 24 hours now. I've worked out that there's 8,760 hours in 2022. So from the minute the clock strikes, 1 minute past 12 tonight, this morning, we've got 8,760 hours to do something. And what I love about the new year is just that opportunity to start again. You can forget 2021 and you can say, do you know what, 2022, I'm going to take advantage of each and every day, each and every hour. So what you need to think about is, how are you spending your time? Can it be more productive than it is? I know that sometimes I'm like I've got ADHD or something, because I'm always doing things. Even if I'm sat watching TV, I'll record things. I'll record a movie to watch later. I'll put the movie on, and then I'll be doing this, the housework. Then I'll be writing video ideas. Then I'll be checking my emails. But that's just, my mind is always active. The only time it isn't is when I'm sleeping. But I feel that when I get to the end of the month, sometimes I'll think, do you know what? I've achieved a lot of things. I've done the videos I said I was going to do. I've gone on my Facebook page and I've uploaded to there. I've spent time with my nieces that I promised. So just be mindful that if you want to achieve things, there's going to be sacrifices. You're not going to be able to sit and watch Netflix for 7 hours every day and then expect to run a successful business. You're not going to be able to get 8 hours sleep some nights and then still achieve what you want to achieve. No one wants to put themselves in a position where they're inconvenienced or uncomfortable, and that's the only way you've got to go. Like for me, I've even said, people are always telling me, slow down, you work too much, you're always doing things, you're always busy. That's never going to happen. I've told them, you've been saying it for 20 years, it hasn't happened. I don't want to slow down. What I want to do is it's going to even get even more. I'm going to, what's the word called? I'm going to ramp it up even more. There's things I want to do. There's books I want to publish. There's more videos that I want to do, and get them edited. There's so much that I want to do. And you have to come at life like that. You have to come where you are just full of energy, where you are just full of, I'm going to do it. I'm going to sacrifice what I need to. The fourth thing, this is another one that's important. I think this is 4 or 5. You need to think about your skills and experience on the marketplace. I just want to just make this clear to people, and this can apply whether you want to be in a relationship, whether you want to get a new job, whatever your goal is. You need to market yourself. We're all in this environment, and I know I'm a counsellor, and obviously I work with self-esteem, so I'm not going to be like Kevin Samuels and be saying, you know, rate yourself from 1 to 10, and because of your weight or whatever you can't get a certain person. That's not, one, that's not productive for the person, and two, that's not what I do. I'm all about self-esteem. We need to look at our skills. We need to look at how we present ourselves. We need to look at how we communicate with other people, and we need to put those things in check. You're not going to get as far in life unless you I regularly evaluate myself. I might say sometimes, do you know what? I need to get more skills within my area of expertise. The minute I start learning new stuff and gaining knowledge, I get more clients, because clients want to know that you know what you're talking about, that you believe in them enough to, you know, do the reading, do the courses, do the training, you know. So as a human being, think about yourself as that you are going to be judged. You're going to be judged in the world, and you're going to be judged on the marketplace. If you go for a first date, you're going to be judged by the person you're on a date with. If you go for an interview, you're going to be judged by the panel who are interviewing you. So put yourself in a position where you can be the best you can be. So this is all personal development. Invest in yourself, invest in your appearance, invest in your communication skills, invest in, you know, going to places where you can meet different people, which is another thing I'm going to talk about. But yeah, you just need to step it up a notch. If no one is talking about you, no one's heard of you, no one's heard of your business, you're not getting regular referrals, or if you're just wanting to date but you're not getting the people asking you out on dates, if you want to move to another country but you're not getting any offers of jobs, or whatever it is you're not getting, sit down and think about why, and think about how you can receive these things in 2022. The next one is how you feel about yourself, and I'll just keep this brief. This is all about personal development. You have to learn as a person that your confidence and how you present yourself to the world will dictate what they feel they're going to offer you. So if you do have low self-esteem, work on it. Work to a point where you can become confident, where you can love yourself. You know, if people feel inferior or people feel superior, then it gets to a point where the inferior person will already block their blessings. They will already put themselves in positions where the opportunities are not going to get to them, because they're already saying, you know what, I'm not going to go for that interview because I won't get the job. You know what, I'm not going to try to get that house because there's lots of other people who want it. You know, I'm not going to go on that date with that guy because there's no way he would like me. You're already in that mindset. So get together, learn to build your confidence. It's really important. Confidence is in my top 5 survival skills, like as in not even survival skills, skills that you need for today's world. You need confidence. You need money management. You need to be able to talk to people. You know, you have to be a good communicator, and that comes under assertiveness, but I'll make another video about that. The other thing is where you live and where you go. So I've joined them together. Lots of people stay in their same circle, in their comfort zone. They don't leave there. Do you know what? Most of the people that live in my building, I've met the girl opposite a few times, but I hardly see her going out. I know the people below me. I know both because I can hear one of them, the couple downstairs, and I've took parcels for them. The lady opposite, she's a nurse, so I've seen her coming and going, spoke to her when she walks her dog. The rest of the people in my building, I don't know how many are in there, I've either never seen or I don't hear. Now, a lot of people, and it's not just to do with the pandemic, but a lot of people live a very insular life. And if you live an insular life, you will not achieve the things you want to achieve. You have to get out there and meet people who are, I say to people, meet people who are different from you, different social background, different class, earnings are different, different cultural background, because we can all learn from each other. If you just stay around the same people and you stay in the same location and you don't, how will you network? The amount of times I've been to B&Bs, hotels, conferences, network events, and I've got business cards from people, or I've stayed in Airbnbs, and then the person has given me a business card. They've said, if you book again, you can get a discount. They've said, you know what, I've got properties abroad as well, so if you want to go to Portugal or wherever, you can go. I wouldn't have known that if I'd stayed in my comfort zone and said, you know what, I'm from Birmingham, I'm a woman, so I'm only going to interact with black women from Birmingham and stay in like my area and not interact with anyone else. We need to find out who's got what we need. Some of the most powerful people are people you probably wouldn't even talk to because you're too stuck in your stereotypes. Just because we see a young person and maybe someone wearing a certain outfit, we can't judge their story from that. We can't say, well, that person's got no money, or I'm not going to go and speak to that person about a business idea because they won't know what they're talking about. Open your mind, talk to people, get out there, interact. I love meeting people from different communities, different age ranges. I can talk to an old man. I've walked into a Caribbean takeaway many years ago. Old man sitting there, chatting to him for hours. The same way, a young person, if I'm walking through the park, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, I can chat to them as well. I think we've just got to be more open because we don't know. It's not just about opportunities, it's about engaging with like people. And the final one is actually, I think I've covered that. So try to engage with as many people as you can. Think about where you live. So yeah, just the final thing on where you live is if you are living in an isolated location, then it's your opportunity to get out and about, and don't view it as being because I'm stuck here in this location, it's in the middle of nowhere, or because I'm in a built up city and it's too crowded and stuff, I can't engage with the people I want to, or I can't. There was a lady I spoke to on the phone recently who said, there's no natural light in my house, she said, and it affects how I feel. So we talked about, putting artificial light in, and she said it won't be the same. So we talked about, well, okay, you're not near nature because you're living in a built-up city, but there's probably parks that you can drive to. There's always a way. We can't just sit there and say we're not going to do certain things, but we still want what we want. So I hope you found this video useful. Thank you to people that have joined on the live stream. Please feel free to leave your comments. I'd love to hear what you think about what I've said, whether you agree or disagree. I'm always open to hearing. Now, for the new year coming up, I'm going to continue to do weekly videos. I'm going to continue to share information that I think would be useful. If you have any topics that you want me to cover in 2022, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'm always willing to listen to what my subscribers want. And anyone who just breezes and passes by, and you don't need to subscribe, but if you enjoy watching the videos and you leave a thumbs up or a comment, I still appreciate you too. Have a good new year. I'm wishing everyone a happy new year for 2022. Go out there, get what you want, follow some of the things that I've said. Don't let anything hold you back. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.